Okay, for this lesson, this is lesson 8, how to create templates for students to make their own copy, or how to create an assignment that already has a template made for them. So what we'll do is we'll create one here. Well, I'll show you what I did with one of them. So this is a slideshow that the students were supposed to create on a claim, counterclaim, and a rebuttal. I'll go ahead and click on the assignment. Now the instructions have a couple options. There was a partner template that they could have used. I also attached an example, and of course I included their sentence starters. So here, if I click on the template, I told students to do this. Instead of me making the copy for them, I said, hit file, make a copy, and I've already explained what that means to them. So when you go to file, you click on make a copy. All it means is it saves it to your drive, and you can select which folder. It should share it under their classwork for whatever class that they have with you at that moment. It automatically detects that you're in that class, so it'll pop up, but if it doesn't, they can always just find it under recents, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So anyway, they're going to go ahead and whenever they make a copy, I always have them erase copy of, put their first name and maybe their period here. Then they press OK. So now they have the document, because the one that had the template was a view only, and they wouldn't be able to make any changes to this one. So anyway, the one that they made a copy of now is here. The only problem is they're going to have to go to here, and mine looks a little different than the student version, but they will, under the instructions tab, it'll have a spot that says create or add. So add is if the document already exists and you want to add it to the assignment, you would click on add, and there's different options, and you're going to want to click on drive. So they saved it in their drive. Whenever you do file, make a copy, it saves in your drive. And then automatically it comes up under recents. Now, if it doesn't come up under recents, then you look through your folders and find it that way, or you can also press search. Anyway, then they attach it here, and I'll show you what that looks like on their side. So if students created that template, you'll see that if they added it correctly, it'll show up here. And all of that might be a little bit confusing, so I want to explain the way that I did it. And I'm just going to go through the process with you. It's kind of hard to explain when I can't show you the students' side, and I can only show you what I see. So hopefully this makes a little bit more sense. So I'm going to go to press create, and then there's the assignment. And I'm just going to replicate that one that I was showing you. It's called Scholastic Counter Partner Project. And then I'm going to go ahead and, write my steps out. Select the attachment and go to File, Make a Copy. And then 2, select Add from Drive and select the document you want me to grade. 3, read the article and work with your partner. Okay, and of course I can fill out all of this. If I want to attach something, so I'm going to look for that template that I created, which I believe is this one. I'm going to go ahead and go to add. And here's the option where I can have students just view the file, so it's just kind of hanging out there. I can also student can edit the file, which I don't want them to do because they may ruin my template. Or I can go to make a copy for each student. Now, when I do that, students no longer have to go to File, Make a Copy, and select Add from Drive. It's too many steps. So this way is helpful, so each kid gets a document. Now, what I've noticed is if I've already created the assignment and I want to go back and add something and create a copy for the students, it will not let me. I can only select make a copy for each student when I am first or initially creating the assignment. So just keep that in mind. When I press assign, you'll see that each student gets their own copy automatically. So I'm going to press assign, and it's going to take a little bit. And you see in one of the previous lessons I mentioned how important these titles are, the topics. This one doesn't have one, so it would just be hanging out here at the top. So if I click on it, I'm going to click on view assignment, and you'll see that every child was given one of these because I said make a copy for each child. So anyway, there's the 88. Hopefully that was helpful and it made some sense. Otherwise, I'll be walking around to help you out with that.